on 1st and 10. Dobbs. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Red 38.
Play clock winding down. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll go again with Bell. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 12-yard line. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Kaiser now. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Play fake. Kaiser. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They run again with Jackson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
It's Dobbs rolling to his left, and he rifles one incomplete, trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Now a handoff, running left is Bell, and he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, here's Bell. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38. Ryan 30. Flex round. Ohio.
Second down, Kaiser. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's brought down. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, downs to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. He's going to go for a big play down and got his man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Kaiser on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Again, it's Bell. Bell so light on his feet. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And now running right through it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big run that time by Bell. 75 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They come out with one back and three tight ends. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kaiser now on second down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down following the run. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
They'll give this to Bell running right. Bell sheds him off. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Come on, let's go.
They'll try the right side with Bell. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38.
Here's a give to Bell running left. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go.
A give to Bell. Bell sheds him off. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. The play clock's running down. The give is to Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Bell. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And now out comes Houston. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First down, Kaiser. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go. 1, 9.
A second down throw now for Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. Back to it after the pick six. Kaiser. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Jackson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Here's Kaiser. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Kaiser. And that will be incomplete as well.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now on 4th down, Jack Del Rio is going to send on the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And it's hard to hold a kick from this distance against him, but that is now 3 misses for him in the game so far.
3? And you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling he'd love to see a 29-yarder next time to get him back in the groove.
This is Bell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now Bell. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go.
Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, another missed field goal. So maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bud Dupree, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll run it with Bell. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And now out comes Houston. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said,
and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Steelers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.